Hello, folks. Welcome to the stream. So, today I want to show off a game that I used to play in the 90s. So, this shows you how far back it goes. Now, back then it was using on a chat system and it was all by text. So, you would enter a command. For example, you would say attack player X. Well, you would type that and you would send that as a message, and then the bot on the chat would send you back a response of what happened. So, did your attack go well? Did it go bad? Did you gain anything? And all of that. Now, lately, I think it's a few years ago, they started redoing the game, but with graphics. It's basically the same game, but now with graphic engine, and it's fantastic. So I've restarted my character so that you guys are able to see the tutorial, the introduction to the game, and be able to see a little bit about the game. And maybe we're going to be lucky, and maybe Nemesis will want to answer a few questions for us. So, first off, when you start, it's a medieval game. So you start off as a squire, a knight, a fighter, basically. And the tutorial is going to guide you to the introduction of the game. In the end, after you're done the tutorial, you'll be able to choose if you want to stay a fighter or if you want to become a ranger, a mage, a cleric, a barbarian. Uh, I might be missing one. Mage, cleric, barbarian, ranger. Yeah, I think that's it. There's a vampire too, but that's a separate one completely. So, how you win the game is you get 21% of the land or 22% of the land of the world, and then you won the age. Back in the old days, it was working a little bit differently, but it's still, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I was missing one. So barbarian, mage, cleric, fighter, ranger, and vampire. So back then, what you had to do is you had to become a king finally because you get enough land, you get enough peasants, you get a promotion, and you make your way all the way up to king. And then you do that 10 times, and then you're declared the winner. But now, in a more MMO format, it's a little bit differently. The place it's owning the right amount of land. So I started the game already. When you start the game, it asks you to enter your login and password and possibly your email address if you want. I've already done that. I've chosen, as usual, my nickname, Preacher Varric. For those that don't know, back in the 90s, I was going under Starbreeze or Morpheus X. But now it's always Preacher Varric. All right. So, the tutorial chapter 1. Greetings, Preacher Varric. My name is Sir Gregory, and I have been tasked by the Emperors to seek your help on a dangerous mission. A gang of bandits led by Sitago the Cat has set up camp between Amiens and Rennes. With your help, we will put an end to their crime and bring justice to Sitago the Cat. So, to begin, visit the stables to journey to the great city of Rennes and speak with Sir Nigel. Follow the flashing arrows to complete the tutorial. You may have to scroll the map to find them. So this is the map. You can scroll around a little bit everywhere to look around. This is your castle. You basically set up, before that, I like to set up, manage key, no, change settings. There we go. So, there we have a name of a kingdom. I I was on the spot. That's all I could think of. Sorry. All right. So the green arrow is over the stables. So we're going to go visit the stables first. And it tells us we need to go visit Rennes. So we're going to click on Rennes right here. And see right here, this is the number of moves it'll take to move there. Now we only have a limited amount of moves, and they slowly refresh with time. Yes, absolutely. As Nemesis was pointing out, the original text version of this had no tutorials. Yes, indeed, I did shave, Pastor Blatz. I did shave. And thank you for the blessings. God bless you as well. So, if you just tuned in, this is the game that I used to play in the 90s. This is one of my first games online on the internet, not just on BBSs, but literally on the internet in the 90s as a kid. This is what I would play. Non-graphic. The original was text only. I am so happy this game is still being played. It is surprising to see that not only is it still around, but it got a revamp. And honestly, I'm quite happy with the graphics. It's the game I recognize. There's still a few things that I'm going to have to relearn of, okay, this is there, this is there. Before it was all text commands. And of course, back then I knew all of them. Now, it's been many years, right? It's been a fantastic hobby. I believe when James started this, it was a labor of love. It's always been a labor of love. It's not a profitable enterprise in no way, shape, or form. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's safe to say that you've been investing in this hobby for a few decades, and it's not been cheap in the end. It's out of love, right? It's not profit. He doesn't get paid for this. He doesn't charge you guys to play this. It's completely free to play. That there's absolutely no cost. There's not even a like cosmetics. There's nothing. You cannot buy anything in the game like with physical money. It's literally just the game. It's free. No expenses ever. Doesn't need a credit card. Doesn't need anything. Uh, you just press play. Anyone can. As he's saying, nearly 30 years, and yeah, he's losing money, so he lost track of it. Yeah, it's a miracle that his wife still lets him do this. I mean, for something that's investing so much time and labor in and not seeing a return, you gotta see a good woman behind that, that's really supportive and that's loving and helping you and very patient. But man, you've affected the lives of many. Like, I traveled to Florida to meet him, the creator, James, as well as tons of other players. Well, tons. Was about how much of us? Like 14 of us, I think. It was me, Perrin, Salandria, Hits North. I don't think Gopher went. Yeah, it's like when I arrived there, I didn't know what to expect. I got driven there and into a bowling alley, and that's where I met them. They were all having fun and being social, and after that, we went to the hotel, had fantastic time. Like it was fantastic. I loved it. Yeah, there was Wolfbane possibly. I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably missing a lot of the names. It's been a long time. This is a walk down nostalgia lane. This is a walk down nostalgia lane. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. But yeah, all right. Let's go back to doing a little bit. So we're traveling to Reigns, chapter 2. And I like the tutorial, by the way. This tutorial wasn't in the text version, and honestly, I think it really helps to introduce a player to the mechanics without going, haha, bye bye, you're on your own. The other game that I'd like to see also is Akron, but I don't think that one would. go on either. It's a different game, but it's same era. So cities such as Reims buy and sell buy and sell goods and troops for your kingdom. If you cannot find what you're looking for, try a different city. So Cyrnigal can usually be found at the tavern, regaling patrons with his adventures. Taverns are a source of gossip about others and can provide clues to the secret city. Taverns also record important information about the realm, such as top players, players eliminated from Conquest, and more. As you work to defeat the bandits, notice your movement points decreasing. Most actions cost movement points, and they are replenished over time. I'd like to mention something about the taverns. Usually there's a lot of random information, but there's also old legends that are manually inserted about old ages of the game and about old achievements that the players have managed to do. So, like, we're at age, I think, 75, and I used to play the first 15 ages or so. From age, I think, the second age or the third age, second age, I think I started, and all the way up to like age 18, something like that. So I played for a long time, and even by the time that I was playing towards the last times, I could still see legends about some of the events that I did in the early ages, and that's incredible. I don't know if my name is still in there. It's probably not. Honestly, it's 30 years almost now. Yeah, I doubt it. But oh, apparently I am. I am. So, ages ago, Normans and Saxon alike allied to fight off the vicious hordes. The hordes were led by Visigoth Starbreeze, who laid waste to the great continent of Normandy. See, guys, 30 years later, and the legend is still in. This is incredible. This really brings me back. This is awesome. This is awesome. All right. So, all right, movement point decreasing. Now, oh yeah. So this is your advisors, tells you if you earn badges and stuff. I don't know. What do you get from earning badges? Does it do anything? Uh, so this is more like what it was back in the day. So all text based, and you would type in your commands and it would do it. Now you just had to click on the stuff. All right. So I'm going to continue the tutorial. Uh, so I'm going to go to Reigns and to the market as they were talking about, and we're going to find out some gossip. So we're going to order a drink. So, tutorial chapter 3 of 9. Well met, stranger. You must be here to learn how I single-handedly defeated an undead horde, or how I discovered Normandy while vanquishing the Kraken. Bandit camps? Oh, yes, I was conducting a survey in the name of the Emperor when I stumbled upon them. There must have been at least 1,000. There's 1,000, I ain't dealing with them. I have 100 troops to start. Come on. Surveys allow you to locate other players to raid. You may only attack others on the same continent. Would you mind collecting the remaining names for me? Return to your kingdom and visit the library to survey some of the inhabitants of Normandy. Okay, so right now, apparently there's 66 badges currently. They're just a recording, basically, of your achievements. They don't give anything other than being nice. Hey, if you need voiceovers, I'll do them. I'm all good for that. I do not mind. I absolutely do not mind. And I'll tell you what, I'll charge you the same price you charge me to play this game. Since you never charge me, that's the price. And that's my last offer. That's my last offer. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. All right. So let's head over to the library. We're going to conduct a survey. So back then, this was called population. Typed in population, and it would grant you 10 residents. So I'm going to click on survey, and it costs me a movement, and it tells me a random number of players. And it gives you a description of what's happening. So it gives you also what class they are. So ranger, the path of nature, or fighter, the path of combat. And they're a little bit higher level than I. And I do remember, I spent literally thousands of hours playing this. Thousands. I spent solid decade of my life playing this game from early teenager to young adult. I'm not always proud of what I did while there, but I still made fantastic friends, and it's honestly quite a miracle that I can still play the game after some of the shenanigans that I did back then. So, note to the younger crowd, don't do what I did. Just don't. So, God bless you, Nemesis. Thank you very much for spending so much of your time doing this and affecting so many people's lives. And there's so many memories that were made. It, I still can't believe how much this game literally changed my life. It really did. It changed my path completely. All right, Chapter 4. Thank you. The list you provided completes my own. Here, take this map to the bandit camp. Godspeed. Exceptionally good. The map provided by Sir Nigel puts a bandit camp close by. Before engaging others, it is wise to see what kind of army they possess. So the mystics are keeper of lore and secrets, and perhaps they can provide a way for us to spy on those bandits without arousing suspicion. Mystics dwell in each city and know the location of artifacts and the name of heroes. These rare relics and individuals can greatly benefit your kingdom. All right. So what we're going to go do right now is we're going to try to go get information. Now, I'm trying to remember where I had to go. Oh yeah, Mystic, I think. Yes. So the Mystic beckons you closer. Tell me a secret. Man, it is crazy how many people you've affected. Over the years, you've had thousands of players. You've had hundreds of hardcore players. And the fact that we spent so much time together playing this game, bonding over this game, literally took us, many of us as teenagers, this influenced our decision on what we would spend the rest of our life doing. If I wouldn't have been playing this game so actively, I probably wouldn't have went in game design or game development. Just there, that's a huge, huge, huge change. I was a troubled teen. This relatively kept me out-ish of trouble. Relatively. Okay, maybe not. Never mind that. I'm going to scratch that part. Let's just say not all my trips to the US were as successful as the Florida trip. All right, so tutorial chapter 5 of 9. So to see without being seen, you must obtain an eye of an oracle. So the Mystics has revealed a magical item which can be used to spy on others without failure in detection. So you may only possess one of each magical item at a time. So let's begin our search for an eye. Magical items can be found raiding the dungeons around the realm. I'll mark the location on your quest map. Alright. So let's return home. And under raid. Quest. Dungeons. So we're going to search for a magic item. When you're starting out, by the way, this is going to be your best friend. You should be starting out the dungeons trying to find useful items like stones of the gods. which gives you a castle, land, and other stuff. I'm assuming it still does the same thing. Apparently, there's a lot of new items as well, so I'm kind of curious to discover some of the new stuff that's there. All right, so this is a scripted event that the first quest you get an eye of the Oracle, but after that it's random. I'm going to use it a few times just to show you guys. So return to the kingdom empty-handed. It uses 2 moves every time, so you can't do it unlimited amount of times. I only have 71 moves left. Now these moves, slowly I get some every few minutes, I think, as well as every housekeeping, which back in the day was 4 a day plus whatever amount we managed to beg from the emperor and the gods, or the high level mage with housekeeping and staff, and yeah. So right now I believe is it 4 housekeepings per day still? Yeah, 4. Okay. So it's every 6 hours or so, but it's not. It's I think it was 66675 or back then. It might be 66666 now. So 4 6s every for 24 hours. All right, so 612 612. Okay, so it's even number now. Uh, Back then, I think it's the reason that it was changed is because there was too many young people that were staying up till midnight, so wanted to make it an hour earlier so people could get to bed a bit earlier. Because after every housekeeping, there's stuff that interests most active players. They want to take advantage of it. Ooh, potion of speed. All right, so the potion of speed is going to give me extra moves, so I'm going to go check that out later. So anyways, tutorial chapter 6 of 9. So well done. Magical items are automatically stored in your royal vault for safekeeping. Return to your kingdom to use the eye to spy on Sitago the cat. Spy reports are saved automatically and can be viewed again at the guild. You may also spy on others by hiring an agent from a market, but you can only hire one of these cutthroats at a time. Additionally, certain classes may have an ability to spy on others. View your class abilities and skill by clicking on the icon in the bottom bar. So, there we go. So, faction and title. Anyways, I just want to go use a magical item. I'm going to be going to use the eye right here. Not the eye, the potion speed. 20 speed more, yay! And I'm going to use a boat. Small boat tingles in your hand. Instinctively, you place it in the water and grows to a full-size ship. Hehe, nice. All right, continuing the tutorial. Let's go spy. So we're going to spy. It pre-filled out the name of the person we're spying. So Sitaigo the cat. And the item we're going to be using is the Eye of the Oracle. And we're going to spy. So it tells me right now what the guy has. So 0 land, 30 movement, 100 food, 25,000 coins. I'm assuming this is peasant, so 25. I'm assuming this is castle, so 1. No boat. And I have no idea what this last symbol is. Okay, so the last one is the magical items, because if you take the last castle of someone, you can get their magic items. So it could be very profitable. So he's in no alliance, no liege, no spy, no hero, no artifact, no nothing. All right. So let's close that and let's go for chapter 7 of 9. So the eye has revealed much about the camp, including the goods the bandits have stolen. toggle between kingdom and armies to view all available information. So Sitago the cat has been defending the camp, defensive army, and others raiding travelers, the campaign army. Select individual units to see individual information. There's always two armies, by the way. One common tip, guys, don't forget your army in campaign, because if someone attacks you and you have nothing in defense, they're going to get an easy win off you. I'm going to be honest, people are looking for this. They're looking out for people that do this. So just remember about that. And as well, when you attack, remember to move your defense army to your campaign army. I've forgotten so many times. So many times. So all your troops are currently garrisoned close to home in your defense army. In order to fight Stagger the Cat, we must transfer them to the campaign army. So visit the barracks to move your forces into position for the attack. Be sure to bring along at least one siege engine. Siege engine 2 was a big one. If you don't have a siege engine, you can't take the castle. So many times I've wasted attacks and troops and time and stuff like that, and I didn't have a catapult, so I never managed to get their last castle, and it wasn't a very profitable raid. And it still happens, as Nemesis is pointing out. Alright, so I already forgot what I was doing. What was I doing? Oh, barracks, moving the troops. That's what I was doing. I'm old, and I forget. So I moved all my troops to the campaign. I had 45 soldiers, 200 archers, 100 knights, 50 imperial guards, and 1 catapult. So risky to start with 1 catapult, because if that first attack fails and you lose your catapult, yeah, bad. Yeah. All right. So chapter 8 of 9. Your forces are now in position. When moving troops, you can select individual units for detailed information. I didn't know that. I'll have to go check. When attacking others, your campaign army is pitted against their defense army. When you are attacked, your defense army battles their campaign army. Yeah, all right. The number of times you can attack and lose a defense is based on your level and class and is reset each season, so every 6 hours. So we're now ready to battle Sitago the Cat and eliminate these bandits, once and for all. Let's select raid and attack. Okay, before that, I wanted to check on the troops. So it does. So it tells you their strength, description. Very cool. And these strength and defenses can be modified with artifacts and heroes and items too. So magical items that you find. So obviously knights are a lot better than footmen. A lot. So they have 5 and 8 and 2 attacks. But then there's Imperial Guards who regenerate health, have the range resistance, 6 attack, 12 defense. Nice. And then there's Mercenary Troops. These cost money, or they used to cost money. Do they? Oh yeah, they do. 30 per season. The rest doesn't. Alright. So now we got that. Let's go raid them. Yeah, all this used to be in the review command. But you didn't have the description of what every soldier was and all of that. So this is really cool that you added that. Because lore is cool. I like lore. So let's attack Sitago the Cat. And we're going to attack for, we can do a sea, an invasion, or land. Invasion is when you're on another continent and you're using your army to send to that new continent. I'm not sure if it's still the same, but that's what it was back then. Sea battle is just to destroy their ship. Usually it happened because people were bored. All right, so let's attack Sitago the Cat for land. So it showed you what I gained. So I not only gained movement points, and I'm assuming that's from successfully doing a quest. I got an extra castle. I got more peasants. Uh, I have more food, money, and all of that. So I did lose a few units, not much. I lost 5 footmen, no archers, 5 knights, uh, 20 of, I do not know what these are. Cut purse? I had cut purses? Wait, no. Oh, maybe I'm confused. Maybe he lost. That's what he lost. Okay, so those are the bandit troops. Okay. This is the enemy's troops. This is my army. So this is here. So I did lose 5 footmen, 5 knights, 1 blood guard, and nothing else. Uh, do you have it still that you can lose that initial catapult? Or is it scripted that you'll never lose that catapult for this first attack? Okay, not for the tutorial. Okay, so for the tutorial, it's scripted, won't lose that catapult. But usually, having just one catapult is bad because if it gets destroyed, you miss out on your attack. Like you get a tiny portion of what you could get if you actually captured a castle. So, chapter 9 of 9. Congratulations, you have eliminated Sitago the cat. As a reward for your brave deeds, the Emperor grants you 25 additional movement points. You are now ready to begin your own conquest. Until you initiate a battle, others cannot attack you, so you may explore the realm in safety. Now, I'm assuming after this scripted attack, you got put back under protection, so you won't lose your protection from doing the tutorial. But usually, if you would have done an attack, you would have lost protection. This one was a free one to get an idea of what is happening and get you started. So you're now ready to begin your own conquest until you initiate. I read that. Questing for magical items, joining an alliance, or visiting the mystics are good places to begin. When you are ready, seek out others and battle for glory. So this concludes your quest. For more information and to join our Discord channel, please visit www.conquestgamesite.com. That's also where you can download the client, folks. It's also in the Play Store, I believe, and another bunch of other stores. I'm not too sure. I didn't really pay attention. I downloaded the PC version. There's a Mac version, I believe, too. Oh, and the Apple Store. All right. So now I got it started. Hey, see, yeah, you get to chat in the game, and as you guys can see, the message that's also on the chat right now telling me that it's awesome. And hey, my pleasure, man. It's me that thanks you for spending so much of your time on this. We're literally talking decades of your life. The hours are immeasurable. The drama that came out of this. Um, how many times have you gotten woken up by me complaining about something because you got a phone call on a number that you never released before? Yeah, I wasn't a good teenager, guys. I was not. Don't do what I did. But this permitted me to forge my identity. I learned what was bad from doing the bad thing. So I'm hoping you guys don't learn my way. You guys can learn from my message of saying, don't do this. Just saying. I mean, I've called the man at like 2 or 3 a.m. to say someone is cheating and this is happening and this drama is going. And I'm going to be honest, now as an adult and as a game developer myself, I'm going to be honest. The drama the players deal with, I don't need to be involved. And I strongly suspect that, Nemesis, you felt the same way now in retrospect, 30 years later. Uh, has that thought ever occurred to you of, I just don't need to be involved? I just don't. Yep, it was so much drama, so much drama. But in the end, we have a great memory. I mean, at the time, it was unpleasant. Don't get me wrong. And the, like, I was passionate that this game literally was my life for many, many years. This I got through school through this. I played this game while homeless. I would play from the libraries. I would go to a library and I would log onto their computers uh, just to play this game. It's incredible. It was a part of my life for so long. So long. It helped shape who I am. So, yeah. So many times, like, they scare the coding. He's interested in the coding stuff, not the drama. But so many times we ask him, get in the middle of it. And then he said this, she said this. I have these logs. No, I have these logs. He said, she said, and then there's 30 he's and she's that are pointing fingers in every direction. And oh, yeah. 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 You would make a rule change, and the other half would be mad. Very, very mad. So many times of the drama could have been something like this guy promised me that he wouldn't attack me, and look, he lied, he just attacked me. And at the place of going as an adult and going, okay, so we're playing a game, he did a sneak attack, and yeah, he tricked you. Tricked you. Might have been dishonest, but he tricked you. But at the place of going like that, as a kid, I'm like, oh no, you must be honest. What is this? Even as a kid, even if I had not an understanding of the concept of honesty, of right and wrong, I was still learning that concept. I still learned the hard way that I didn't like seeing others being dishonest, and I would complain about that non-stop. And then the realization of my own of, oh, so people don't see things the same way as I do. Now that realization didn't come till many years later, but in the meantime, I call it there was shenanigans. I get him involved, the creator, to come and help fix this. Oh, they did this, they did that, and uh, yeah, as you can see, is one the alliance would shift daily, and quite often they did. There was major groups, and the memberships changed. One group was allied with the other group for a long time, and then someone said something they shouldn't have, and everything changed. Or they did something they shouldn't have, and everything changed. And then it goes by a few hours, and then again it changes. Trying to keep up to that was it's almost a full-time job. In fact, I believe many of the Titans, which were basically moderators for the game as well as in-game, not specifically supposed to be playing, but still have stats and still are playing, and you can still attack them at your own risk and peril and stupidity. But yeah, they try to keep the peace, and it wasn't as effective as you wanted it. It was a chat channel, so of course we had to protect the chat channel and to make sure that people weren't starting drama or lies or spreading false information or whatever the case is. So well, thank you very much for saying that I changed the game for the better, though. A lot of the concepts did come from me and other players, and we did have a symbiotic relationship. Quite at times, I was quite toxic. That being said, you had the patience of a saint. Dealing with a teenage me, an angsty me, is probably the worst thing that I could think of to subject someone to. Back from those days, I barely talk to anyone anymore. Because who I was back then and who I am today are two very different individuals. Very, 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 very different. Uh, actually, this game actually really did affect also faith wise. Uh, I had a lot of contact with, that was my early contact with Christians online. Some of the players were actively Christians, and I actively persecuted them. And I repent of this. Uh, I deserve to be rebuked. I got rebuked from it oftentimes because, well, I was known for picking on people and being a bully. That's not a good thing. That's not a positive thing. It's errors that I'm quite ashamed of having done, but have shaped who I am now to understand the world because I've experienced from both sides and I see what works, what didn't work. So just as my life has been shaped and touched by this game, it's nice to see that I've touched this game as well. I like that. I like that. And I think a lot of the game, while most of the general ideas James came out with, it was also shaped by the community because the community was the one coming out with the legends. The community was often coming out with the stories, and the drama that came out of it became legends. And literally, they're legends in the game, in the tavern, where you can find those legends and find those things. And now, even 30 years later, playing the game is still possible. It's still running. And that's incredible. That's incredible. That being said, I want to try to see if my teenager might be interested in playing. And my oldest did say that she was interested in trying it out. So probably later on, maybe not necessarily tonight, but one of these days, I'm going to get her to join and try out the game and see if she likes it. So again, guys, if you want to read up on the history of the game, go to conquestgamesite.com/history.html. So take note of this website, folks. Conquestgamesite.com. Uh, let's see if there's, you have it written somewhere so I can, assuming yes. Credits. There you go. So James Romulus B. So if those were wondering why I was calling him James, that's his first name. It's I've known him as Romulus or James, and well, I got the bad habit as a kid to call him James mainly because well, I was very passionate. This was my life, so I had a connection to the guy, even though that he was probably thinking that the guy is, who is this kid? Why am I babysitting this kid? Why am I accepting everything that he did? I mean, I got kicked out of that community quite a few times, and every time I would wiggle my way back in because this was my life, this was my passion, this was everything. I would not accept no as an answer. And on one sense, I'm happy I didn't accept no, but man, I learned what wasn't acceptable the hard way. And I'm going to tell you guys about it, right? So apparently, James is saying that it was humbling to have people so passionate about it, and man, it there was a lot of people passionate about it. It's insane. Like, wow, this was my life, literally. I loved playing this game, talking to people, making friends. People from all over the world would play this game. 30 years ago. Think about that, folks. 30 years ago. A lot of folks weren't even born 30 years ago. I was a teenager when I started playing this game. I now have teenagers. Like, wow. Sorry, James. I love you, man. I love you. And you're still 18 at heart, man. You still have that energy. You're still that great guy and young and a future in front of you. And honestly, I'm going to be honest. You still got another 30, 40 years in you. Sorry, I don't want you to go. Love you. Stick around, please. Out of curiosity, and I doubt you're going to want to answer this, but I'm not going to be offended if you don't. Is Conquest in your will? Yeah, are you willing the code and the rights to this to anyone? I'm very curious. Like, this is literally a passion project. Because I'm going to be honest, man, I never want you to pass. I want you to stay alive and keep working on this forever, but I don't know if that's a realistic thought. It would be nice to see it continue. It would be nice to see this continue and evolve. And you know what? Maybe in 5 years you're going to be done with it. I hope not. I hope to see in 20 more years come back and go and see all these improvements. And who knows, in 20 years, maybe we're going to be dealing with virtual reality, right? Maybe we're going to put on our headset and see these armies in person and lead these armies and do these actions and all this on a virtual world. We don't know. Don't know. It'd be cool. Who knows? And I love this game. Like it, it shapes so much. Also, while I have you on right now, I'm going to shortly go for a 5 minute intermission. I'd be very, very curious to hear how you think that this game changed your life. Because you, as the creator of the game, I'm curious to know. And for you players that played this game, I'm curious to know also how this game shaped your life. So if you guys are willing to share it in the text down below, I'm going to go for a short intermission, and when I come back, we'll discuss about what we talked about in the chat. So let me know. I'll be right back in 5 short minutes, folks. All right, folks, I am back. So we're gonna go read a little bit of what was said. Well, that's a. I think I know what the problem is. I'll deal with it later. Are you able to hear the audio now? All right. So, I'll stick to this one. Then I'll have to fix the other stream. All right. So, Nemesis is saying Conquest has been a part. Romulus. That's what I know him as. James. So Conquest has been part of my life for 30 plus years. I can't imagine a time when it hasn't been. It has been my life's work, and I wouldn't change a thing. I've met some great people who challenge me to be a better programmer and a person. Man, that's some solid feedback right there, guys. That's some solid feedback. I mean, I remember playing this game and getting yelled at by my parents saying, "Stop playing the game, you'll never make a living out of it." My response to that was hold my controller, or as I like to say now, hold my beer, but back then I didn't drink. So, still don't really drink now. I don't drink beer, but I don't know why I use that expression. But, anyways, uh, yeah, hold my beer. Uh, yeah, I turned this this hobby of loving games into my life's work. I mean, at first, I started playing professionally and getting into tournaments, and that's how I made a living. After that, I got into playing competitively online, not just local tournaments. I've won StarCraft internationals. I made my money over the years playing just games. I got into testing. Then after that, I got into uh, the MMO market, so tertiary market, which was power leveling, gold farming, and all that stuff. And that paid for my living and my university and my apartment and my food for many years. Then after that, I got into game development. And now I retired and became a preacher. Who would have expected? Not me. Did a full circle. Started playing this game, hating religion, attacking everyone, to now becoming a preacher. Apparently, still playing this game, and now loving people and encouraging people to do better, to be better, to do better. It's wow. And one of his of James' favorite stories, a player used to get up and drive into work in early morning to be there for HQ. Frenzy, King Taz. Yeah, there was a lot of players that did that. That would drive to work. When I was in Ottawa, I was still playing this game. There was another player that was called Gopher, and who was working on, well, I can't develop what he was working on. At the time, he was working at Nortel, and not just Nortel, but anyways, not going to touch that. Don't want to get in more trouble with the military for that. But I met the guy there, and I became friends. And in real life, we became friends and playing the game. And then I lost track of him. I haven't spoken to the guy in decades, and it's too bad. But that tells you how much this game has touched me. Like, not everyone had a home internet. Like, for me, when I was an early teen, I was blessed with being able to convince my parents to get a modem and would sneak onto the lines to get online. Or I'd go play from school, or I'd go play from the university, or I'd go play from work when I got older. I would go to the office also early to play, not because I didn't have internet access, but just because I didn't want to be late for work. So I'd show up early, and if I got involved on something like Conquest, well, I'm already at work. I mean, I'll just work over my break or play over my break or something like that, right? It's, yeah, man, this brings me back. Like, if I had to say one game that has changed my life, that has really touched all levels of my life, this is the game, folks. This is the game. And it's not that no offense, James, it's not that the game is the highest graphics, the best gameplay, the best audio, the best videos, and all of that. That's not why it touched me. It's the people behind this. It's the people that I got to know and to befriend, or to friend of me with. It's the drama that shaped me to the point now where I prefer the drama llama and its own llama pen and away from me. But it shaped me in that sense that I learned that the hard way. And I had someone that with infinite patience that basically dealt with me and helped me learn that. And so many times uh, there was situations where I'd get myself in trouble. I'd get banned from the game, banned from the community. And of course, I would reach out to James every time. And he'd have a frank conversation, basically hitting me behind the head as saying, "What are you doing, dummy?" Not in those words at all, but all nice, patient, saying, "Maybe you shouldn't have done this. Don't approach this way. You're really angering people. And honestly, this is your last chance." I've had a lot of last chances, to be honest. Uh, yeah, but I hadn't had an adult back then at that point in my life that approached me that way, that would take the time to get to at least hear me out, give me advice that really impacted me. There's not a lot of people that I can say that touched me in such a way in such a long over a long period of my life. All right, let's go get some magical items. So probably in the Mystics, I'm assuming. Yes. Let's go check the Mystic. Nope, that's not it. So where would I be for quest item? Probably in raid, maybe. No. Yes, quest. There we go. Dungeons. Banner of the Warlord. That gives mercenary bonuses, I believe. Dispel magic. Bag of tricks. Golden cow. That gives you food. Cure disease. Oh, and now cavalry bonuses. That's cool. Yeah, lots of bad luck. It happens. Whoops, I had an item there and missed. A Stone of the Gods! That's what I was looking for. Alright, so let's go to the Royal Vault and the items. So, first, the Stone of the Gods. So it's going to give a small amount of movement points, goods, and troops. Go use the cow thing because I want free food. Trumpet will give me more blood guards, which is good. I don't want the Siren's Call, but that's on not sale. Bag of Holding is good. Small bonus cavalry. Small magic. Alright, let's take a chance. Bag of Tricks generates a random effect. So sometimes you can get something like a Stone of the God effect, or cows, or trumpets, or quiver for arrows, for archers. But you can also get bad things happen to you. Let's try it. You have not use any of your attack. Begin a campaign. I'm not sure what was happening there. Smash open the stone, unleash and powerful the holy preach them. So I got Stone of the Gods. That was lucky. Oh, it was a potion of endurance. Okay, cool. Yes, this is a very good one. So as you guys can see, I'm now at 4 castles. And castle are your maximum troops you can have. Like I can have up to 2,000 people. I have 1,529. So let's see. So I have a lot more. So let's move everything to defense right now. So 140 soldiers, 600 archers, 295 knights, 174 blood guards, 5 catapults, and gladiators and hussars. So this is good. We're doing good. We want to get more castles so we can have more troops. That is a good thing. I believe it's going to be 50,005 movements more to build a castle. I believe. I'm going from memory. Yay, it is! So how many would I want to build? I can only build one. So, oh, requires 300 land. It used to be 50 land or 100 land, depending on what it was. I might be. Where do I check for the promotion on this? Like, I haven't played around with the graphics much. So in the library? All right. Library. View promotion. So you must acquire 1,200 land on Normandy to advance a paladin, and 2,400 land to advance a champion. You may only promote once per season. Now, I'm usually a fan of not promoting early because the reason is uh, questing is 2 times your level. So the movement point cost. So right now it's only 2, so I could do it technically 18 more times. But once I become a paladin, it's going to be 4 times every time. So you have the requirements, by the way, of here, right here, but you also have to have the right honor. So for the right honor, you can go check at the church right over here. So you can view your honor. So your honor is excellent. You have the honor to advance to the next rank. Usually I like keeping my honor low so I don't auto-promote and get more soldiers, blood guards at that point, because I don't want to level too early. So, uh, where do I get blood guards? Nope, nope. Maybe church? Your honor, a few kings, few titans. No. Oh, right, quest. Okay. Let's quest. So, probably training hall? Yes. Train Imperial Guards for the army. Okay. So, yes, 100 Imperial Guards. Now, I don't know if I have the honor to do it again. And doing the command does take the movement that you have the honor or not. If you don't have the honor, you just don't get anything. So, check our honor. Yep, your honor is immortal. May the Lord have mercy on your soul. Yikes, I need to fix that. I don't want to be that low. All right, let's return home. There we go. Yay. Thank you for there. Events. Um, alliance. I'm not part of any alliance, apparently. Oh, God. Oh, that's where the trumpet came from. All right. Let's go and go quest to go get again a few more items. So, dungeons. Potion invisibility. Golden cow. Stone of the gods. Look at that, folks. So, use another stone. Yeah, I am lucky today. This is a good start. Usually you don't get those stones that easily, folks. You really don't. I'm very lucky right now. It's going to help. It's going to be a good start. So you guys can see the text that goes on the events. So Bright Light, Gaelic Knight, Preacher of Arc as he breaks the Stone of the Gods. That being said, can I change into a cleric right off the bat? I'm wondering if I can. Probably can. In this version, I'm not sure. Not yet, level 3? Okay. Well, maybe that gives me a reason to go click the helmet at the bottom left. Oh yeah, alright. High abilities. Condition at level 2. Okay, level 3. Alright. Can you still start off in the game as someone's vassal? Because I remember back then that you could start as someone's vassal, and yeah, that was pretty awesome. So how does vassalage work now? Is it only at creation? Yeah, new player only. Okay. And if you survive an age, you get a manual of skills that allows you to change class. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So how about sending me one of those manuals so I can change the cleric to show that off on the stream? Any chance of that? This brings me back because, guys, I'd ask him so often for stuff. So often. See? What a good guy. He's willing to send it to me. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. So, a gift of one item from Norman Romulus. Should show your rank on that. It's just Norman Romulus sounds weird. I'm so used to hearing Norman Emperor Romulus. All right, let's go change our class, folks. So, the manual is right here. So, manual skills, we can change to any class we want. So, Barbarian, Cleric, Mage, or Ranger. Vampire is separate, is a different way. I don't remember how to become the vampire anyways. I don't want to become the vampire. But yeah, I played so long as either a barbarian or the vampire, who uses a very different mechanic. So is a vampire even active this age? So, all right, I want to change class. So this age, the vampire is not active, so we don't even need to worry about it. I just like cleric because, well, I'm a goody two shoes and I like blessing people. Well, maybe not bless, but I can't remember the command. What was the one that gave troop bonus to people? Or could get boost their honor and stuff like that. I know there's another one, so it is blessed. I know there's another one that I get a divine army, and I could also get people to gang up on someone if they were being a naughty boy. Excommunication is wonderful. Just saying. Okay, so let's change the class to cleric. You may lose asset changing class if you are level 5 or horror, or if you are level 4 or higher. Do you want to continue? Yes. All right, so now I should be a cleric. Let's go check the skills. So, cleric, I'm an initiate. There's 5 levels now. Before I remember there was 9. Has it been reduced to 5 for all of them? Or I know Ranger was 7. Okay, so it only shows 5 at a time, but there's still 9 total? That is cool. That is cool. And I'd like to point out that everything changed. Like, look at my castles. They look differently. My skills are different. Uh, Everything is different. I have different skill set now that I can use. So I have divination, reveal another player kingdom's armies. So you guys remember when we used the eye, it said that you could get a spy, or you could use a magical item if you're lucky and find it to spy. Well, as a cleric, I can just use an ability of divination. So I just pray to the Lord and go, "Hey God, uh, what does my enemy have?" And it reveals it, which is pretty cool. The difference when you use a spy, there's a chance of it failing. If they have a magic item, it tends to block your use of eyes of the eye ability. But divination doesn't reveal that you're doing it. So it's really cool. It's literally like this character hasn't moved. All he did is pray. So there's no one to catch. There's no one to reveal that information. And yeah, I don't know how I can remember this, folks, yet I can't remember what I had for breakfast. But for a game that I haven't played in like 15 years, I can still remember it. How does that work, folks? How does that work? I have no idea. I have no idea. So as I get higher level, there's more ability. So grace, so grants a large honor bonus to another. Priest is more a helper class. And that's obviously now what I like to do. But not don't get me wrong, they have bite. Bless grants a true bonus for you or another until the end of the season, until the next season. Housekeeping. Sanctuary restores another protection from attacks. Crusade, so summon players to attack another. This is a dirty trick, by the way. You have an enemy on a continent, there's a lot of players out there, you could crusade and get people to do suicidal attacks on your enemy. I've also used the reverse of knowing someone had the strongest army on the continent, crusading it to kill everyone else's army, and then go picking off everyone that lost their army. I've done that. Not good. Don't do that, folks. Resurrect someone else's troops that lost troops, bringing them back to life. So this is pretty cool. Out of curiosity, does mage still have the ability to get a staff and the mage to be able to get cast season themselves or even alternate reality? Oh, very sweet. Very sweet. That's pretty incredible. That's pretty incredible. Oh, you have more abilities at level 8, excommunicate, force another to the path of lawlessness. This makes him a barbarian. Revive to revive a fallen hero at level 9. Level 9, divine intervention that I was talking about. So all players on the continent receive movement points and attacks. The thing that it doesn't say is if you cast that, you die. Costs you your life. Seek. Seek the true name of a vampire. Oh, not anymore. Apparently, divine intervention no longer kills you. That's pretty cool. Does it affect you, though? Like for yourself. So now a divine intervention, so all players in the continent receive movement points and attack. So it doesn't change them to random stuff and all of that like before. Before, this was a favorite of players that someone would reach level 9 and cast. Oh, it's alter reality. Sorry, I'm mixing up stuff. Alternate reality is a different stuff. All right. So seek the true name of the vampire. Slay, permanently destroy the vampire. And turn undead, destroy undead vampire's troop. The vampire had something nasty that if it killed someone, had a chance to raise them as their child or as a vassal. Yeah, vampires could get real big real fast if there's not enough clerics after them. Life of a vampire sucks when there's clerics around. It really does. Really does. So as you can see, guys, there's more commands here. The Seek, Slay, and Undead are level 2, 3, and 4, while these are all high level commands. So we have that right now. Now, each class, I believe, also affects the number of troops that you can get. and stuff like that. So abilities, Crusader unlocks a lot, increase the number of Crusaders summoned. Favor improves honor bonus when using Grace. That's at level 2. Healer begins at level 6. Increased number of troops resurrected. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's new stuff. Judgment, increased number of undead troops destroyed. Level 4. And Profit, increase effectiveness of divination. Novice, goods only. Yeah, I'm not sure what this Profit does. Goods only. Like, isn't our divination spell? I'm confused. Oh, okay. So divination is based on the levels, and they just get a bonus to it. Okay. All right. So it improves with time. It improves with time. Hey, donated some of my money to the church on Normandy. All right. So you can build temples, and temples are cheaper. Uh, don't have the land for more castles, which is weird. I thought I had 2,000. No, what isn't this? No, that's how many troops I can get, isn't it? I'm confused. Oh, yeah, I have 1,000 arbalists. I better use this up, guys, because that's gonna cost me gold. So I'm gonna have to do attacks soon. I'm gonna actually try those attacks. Yeah, yeah. We never had a lot of players for a huge amount of players for two major reasons, and I'm pretty sure James, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the two major reasons are one, everyone is hunting for housekeeping, looking for unprotected players. So as soon as a new player would do an attack, everyone would gangbang to try to go get that new player and eat them up. The nice players, usually, after doing that, would talk to them and introduce them to the game and help them make a new character. But the problem is that first attack quite often scared people off from the game and would be terrified of it, or they would play at a time that they didn't have contact with other players to go and help them. So to counter that, what he did is he brought in creating NPCs, and don't I was that around age 9 that you brought in random NPCs? I think it was 9, right? So season 9. Yeah, so it was quite later in the Conquest for when I started, but still a few decades ago. They were called quest characters and had 4 digits after that. So, like quest character 2356. Now they have a random name. I prefer them having a random name than quest character 2356. Though, with a random name, it was easy to know that it was an NPC and not an actual player. Now it might actually be another player. The second reason that it died is you had a lot of aggressive players like myself, and there was others who basically wanted to dominate the game, and to how we dominated the game was by making sure there's no new players on the field so we could control all the variables. And we would actively hunt down any new players and make sure they don't get in advance. As I said, I was a troubled teen. I do not excuse that attitude, but that's still what I did and many others did. That was very, very toxic and scaring away people from the community. So it was very negative. But sadly, there wasn't there were from the game developer's perspective. That's not something you can balance very easily. People can be douches; they really can, and it's hard to control of telling them no, you can't do that. So of course, many protections got put in. For example, as a high level, you can't attack a low level without getting a bunch of free troops defending that low level. That makes it very annoying to attack as a high level. Gave you a lot of blood guards. Uh, there was the protection system, so being able to being protection, and then eventually putting in more items to regain that protection, and a lot of other mechanics got added. The quest characters was an attempt to make sure that the more bloodthirsty ones that wanted to grow had something to grow that wasn't necessarily persecuting the new players. So yeah, well, the issue that you're saying is the game is overly complex. Yes, I agree that from the game development perspective of the game in 2020, this is a complicated game to understand. All things considered, back then it wasn't that complicated, and still not when you think about it. But compared to games where you just click, click, and you're done, I mean, later on, if James you wanted, I can give you some advice of how to help the game uh, get to 2021, basically, of mechanics that are fantastic, but and I love because, like I said, there's two really two sides to this, two sides to the coin. The first side is, well, do we want to stay true to the true feel of the game as it was in the 90's, just with updated graphics, and bring that nostalgia and all of that. Yeah, sorry about the ads. Give me a sec. So after the ad, you should be able to hopefully see what I mean. So as I was saying, there's two big perspective to add. You can want to keep the game as it was. Nostalgia, man, this really brings me back, and it's as I remember it. And I can't believe I remember it. I mean, I can't even remember what I had for breakfast. Okay, can't even remember what I had for supper, but I can remember this no problem. So from that aspect, I kind of want to stay close to that on one side because that's what I like. That's the nostalgia, and it's a passion project, and that's what it is. And then there's the other aspect of, well, what about revamping it and changing it around? It's not going to be the same nostalgia. It's not going to be the same game anymore. It's still going to be the same game world, same general concept, but bring it to more 2021. So for stuff like removing the Conquest Army and Defense Army, uh, facilitating searches of players, streamlining, putting things together so you don't have to go clicking at 20 places and stuff like that. But then you also lose, while you make that the game a lot easier for people to get into in 2021, it's still a very different game than it would be as it is now. But on the other side, if you do that, those changes, you can bring in so many new players, and so many new players should be introduced to this fantastic game. It would be a little bit different, but it'd still be the same game, right? So, like for streamlining the clicks is something we can do without changing the core mechanics. Uh, just something simple like streamlining the questing and stuff like that, or there's a lot of examples. Right now, I'm a little bit on the spot, so I'm not coming up with fantastic ideas, but just streamlining it is a big one. So I'll put some thoughts on this and I'll send you a message about it a little bit later. Food. Okay. So this is my food group. I gained 90 net. Food gain is estimated. Gold gain is taxes only. The upkeep. So I'm on Normandy right now. So it tells me my gold. I'd lose some gold from because I do have. Ooh, I'd lose 46,000. Yikes! But you know, gain 90,000 total net 106. So I'd lose 40 something, 46,299 after that. I don't know what I'm gaining gold from, but that's new. I don't remember that. I remember you getting gold, food, but I don't remember you getting gold. Is that something that you brought in eventually later, or that's still pretty cool? I don't remember that. It could have been in, and like I said, I just don't remember. It's quite possible. Quite possible. There's three continents: Normandy, England, and Ireland. So there, manage temples. Can change my Oh yeah, no, you're right. I did. I do remember taxes now. I guess I'm old now. I remember it because I remember playing with the taxes, right? So depending on what it is, you get honor and stuff like that. In my case, as a cleric, I like having high honor. So I am going to promote. Sadly, that's okay. Uh, but having that high honor. Uh, Correct me if I'm wrong, but before having high honor gave you better luck also for on the quest, quest sighting for items, right? Or was that just an urban legend? Because I remember that being everyone was saying that, but I don't know if it was true or not. So it helps with season events. Okay, so that it does. Does not affect your quest items. See, that was an urban legend for many years. That's what players thought. A lot of rumors that people thought. And correct me if I'm wrong, James, uh, but did you enjoy the fact that there were so many rumors and speculations about stuff and hearing some of the theories of players? Because we did a lot of theory crafting, a lot of it, and a lot of, well, we also had our conspiracy theories. How many times did we try to make accusations that, oh, you're favoring this player cheated, they got help from this and that god, and I believe that's why you implemented the logs of the demigod logs. Um, I'm not gonna deny the fact that I might be one of the reasons he had to do it when I won an age and became a demigod and affected so many of my alliance. Rip. But do you still permit players that win an age to become a Titan? So an immortal? Yeah. For 30 minutes? All right. Uh, it's so much of the drama that I did back then. Yeah, I was a little manipulator. That wasn't good. That wasn't a positive virtue. I'm not going to hide that fact, but it was not good. 30 minutes, then the age resets. Okay, so they stay a Titan when the age finishes, and the end, when they become a Titan, it doesn't end just then, it finishes a little bit later. I kept you on your toes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Why is it not accepting me to set my taxes? Maybe it's already set? Do not have vassals. But I can send an invite to a vassal in their class and location from Liege. Invite your friends to become a vassal and receive unique gifts. Oh, cool. So it's through the email address. Oh, that's cool. I like that. That's pretty cool. Before you had to create basically, since it was all commands, you type new player and the name of the player, and it would make you a vassal of that player. So if you started off, for example, as a barbarian, That was the only way, basically, to start off right off the bat as a certain class or as a vassal of someone. There, there. All right. So let's go quest for some items again. Actually, let's. I don't care about my own. Okay, pray a little bit. Honor's fair. Honor is excellent. There we go. Costs a few movement points, but I bet positive honor, so hopefully I'll get positive events. So if I restart right now, I'll promote. And honestly, it's not the end of the world. At housekeeping, I'll obviously have to log back in, so I'll promote. Does it delog you in? Like, I remember back then, every time there was a housekeeping, it logged you off and you had to relog and revalidate. And that's what would force you to promote is you had to relog in, force you to relog in. But I have max troops, so I won't get any blood guards. All right. Well, I wanted to do an attack anyways, so let's send all my armies right now. So barracks, move all my troops to campaign army. All right. Now, let's go and attack. So let's see who's been attacking. See what I mean with we look back at what said? So, for example, like here, you see that the armies of Gallic Knight, Preacher Varric, the Holy Preachdom, and Bandit Leader Sitago the Cat of Bandit Camps are preparing for battle in Normandy. Day 1 casualties, Preacher Varric, 2%, Sitago with 100. Then after that, it says it informs took the last castle, when I won, how long it took. Then whatever my kill message is, and in my case, it says repent. The time is nigh. The kingdom of God is upon us. He has risen and defeated death. The law is fulfilled. Repent. Praise Jesus Christ. So also you can go library survey to find players to attack. Personally, I'm old school. I like to see who people were attacking and attack them because there's chances that their army's all still in conquest mode and no defenders. Da, da, da. All right, so oh, they're active NPCs. Tell me more about this active NPC thing. Because that's new. Before they were just quest characters, they wouldn't attack back or anything. So what do they do now? Tell me more about them. Ah, can't. There really needs to be a scroll fast way to get back to the last thing, like a button to go to the last line. Now, when I was a player before, I had messages, but they're gone. I did have an alliance request, and I don't remember who sent me that. I think it was TS that sent it. I think. I think. All right. So the feature now, so what they do is they form an alliance and they will help each other. If you attack, they will try and attack back. And they don't forget. So if they can't attack now, they will get you later. Oh, yikes. Oh, yikes. All right. So I have 1,500 land at the bottom. So what is this? This is how many troops I can support, I think. Alright, I can click for help. Oh, it does. Current and maximum housing. Obtain more temple. Okay, perfect. Alright, let's go find, so the library, let's conduct the survey. Now, I remember I went with, I died earlier because I wanted to reset to show the thing. Yeah, I did it on purpose. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. But I tried to attack someone and it didn't go over well, and yeah. So KIA log is under the tavern, so I'll be able to find someone to attack there because I'm pretty sure I have a good amount of troops. At 2,000 troops, that's pretty strong. But I was looking at the bounty board, so view the bounties. Think who was it that I was attacking? Okay, so these are active NPC. So I don't remember what continent I was on or anything, so let's see if I can attack them. We'll find out soon if it, nope, not on Normandy. Wish it was, there probably is a way to find out on what continent they are easy, is there? Not from this screen? Okay. Well, we're going to find out the hard way. uh, wait, MAGA, isn't that a player? Or is this an NPC for sure? I thought I saw that one talk. So is that a player? That's an NPC for sure? Okay. I saw they will chat. Really? What type of things will they say? Like, give me an example. I saw you did saw the lion and talk. Oh, insults if they beat you. Okay. Didn't go over well for me at all. He had about the same amount of troops, but he won. Crap. Rip. I lost everything. All right. I need to buy his troops back. All right. Can buy 135, 595. All right. This is not very good. Yeah, low gold. I need to make some money. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, James. All right. Now I can buy a few more troops. All right. So, whoops, marketplace. I can buy after that another 200 Templars. Yeah, let's buy 100 Templars. And Crusaders. Those were cheap but had a cost per season? No, maybe not. 400. So there we go. So we got some more troops, but I'm assuming at this point, I don't have catapults left. So let's go check. Barracks. Move troops. They're already in defense. Good. Yeah, so I'm going to need to go get trebuchets now. All right, so let's go and see. Bah. I need to find a way to find trebuchets somewhere. So, not marketplace, the watchtower. All right. So let's go to the watchtower. Your kingdom's view markets. Excellent. Oh, view weather. I remember this. The weather affected your troops, your attack, and stuff like that. So view different markets. So you can check all the towns this way, and we're in Rennes, so we can check, for example, Paris. So it has spies and fanatics. Nope, no catapults for fighter. Okay. View market, so let's view Bayou. Monks, that's it. That's no good. Pontorson. I got attacked and lost the castle. Bad NPC. He wanted to kill my army, didn't he? He probably did. Yep, he did. Nice. Let's see if I can check the logs for that. Where would the logs be now? Oh, he sunk my fleet too? Douche. That's fantastic. View reports, maybe? Yep, view reports. No, maybe not. This is spy reports, I guess. So the academy. Okay, perfect. View reports. Change orders, change formation, view two retaliations. Alright, so no retaliations now. View reports. Spoils lost. I lost 285 land, a castle, 2,000 gold. All my troops again. Wait, did he get all his troops back exactly as he had before? Wasn't this what he had before and I didn't kill him? Or wait. Ship's lost. Yeah, he sunk my ship. Okay, yeah, no, this defeat, Targo the Knight. That was the first one. Then I went to attack him. I lost my whole army. He lost most of his army. Oh, they rebuy troops. Rip. Rip. Alright, alright. Well, okay, fantastic. Alright. Anyways, I need to go find, again, I'm gonna have to find troops after again, but oh well. We'll figure that out after. Let's go check Ruin. Templars, that's it. Add to journal. View markets. And guys, this doesn't happen usually, but he's helping me out by giving me money and stuff like that, so I can keep showing you guys these things. I'm assuming he'll take them away after, or even if he doesn't really matter. I'm not destructive with it anymore. I was when I was a kid, but now, so at least we can try out these things and get things done to show you guys this, because after this we're going to put this on YouTube, and this will be a video on YouTube explaining the game. Hopefully eventually I can remake an actual specific video for that, not just a live stream. I'm okay with that. Alright, so got another spy. I can buy food. If I can buy food, I can sell the food, which is good too. So I can buy Arbalist. Add to journal. Wow. So Amiens has some. But that's all they have. So if I go to Amen's, better be sure I'm ready. So let's go check if I can buy some troops again. So let's go with Marketplace. Let's go buy some troops again. So let's buy 1,000 cleric. No. Well, let's go with 800. Let's go with 200 Templars. Let's go with 500 Crusaders. Oh, I can't support that many. 400 Crusaders. Okay, and now let's go travel, guys, to that city. So to travel, we're going to go return home, I believe. Okay. Okay, food is yellow in the HUD, so my food is low, but I do have a cow, I believe. Yes. So use the item, the golden cow. Adds 456 food. Now I have enough food to pay for my troops. So the way to always go check, guys, is check your upkeep, so you see what you lose. So next, after all of this, uh, yeah, next HQ I need to be there because I'll have only 1,000 food, so I might lose troops to HQ after. Money-wise, I'll be good, but all right. Now, let's see, where's the travel? Is it under Watchtower? Stables to travel. All right, so stables. I wanted to go to Amen's. On foot. All right, to Amen's. So now I can go to the marketplace and I can go buy. Oh, I don't think I can support that. I have 600. I don't know. Wait, catapults actually take troops? Shoot. Well, that's no good. Yeah, I'll go back to barracks. Uh, let's lose 20 of them. Okay. Marketplace, 20. How much do they take? Oh, maybe I'm not paying it. 5 housing each. So if I had 20, that's 4. 4. Because they take 5 housing each. My bad. All right. Now, this didn't work out well at all for my attack. All right. So I'm going to try something else. So when I mean something else, I'm not going to leave him alone because, well, that's me. I'm like a dog and I bit into a bone and I'm not going to let go, even if he kicked my ass. Sorry for the language. Please don't repeat my language. So, where was it? Magical items. Well, that wasn't what I wanted. Hmm. Trying to remember what I wanted. I wanted that item that brought me troops that gave me a horde to help me out. I thought I had that. I guess I didn't. Oh, thank you for putting me back under the protection of the Emperor. Oh, wait, that's not me. That's someone else. Never mind. There we go. Events. There. 2 days. So he attacked me and he won. He has 2,000 troops. I have 1,600. That's no good. Nah, it's okay for the protection right now. Just for showing if someone kills me, they kill me. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so what I'm looking for is an amulet of summoning or an emblem of the gods. But he's still probably too tough. Yeah, you're probably right. I could always go look for someone else, though, because I still have 1,600. That's still a good amount for a knight. So I'm going to look for a level 2 inactive NPC. So let's go look. Library, I believe. So conduct surveys. So I don't know if these are players are active or not. Eddie Murphy. So level 2s are usually, so I think Moiset, you're right. So alright. Now, if I spy him, can I use divination? I can. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys divination. Now, level 1, I believe you said it didn't show troops, but I wanted to show off how you guys do it. So you found a target. So I made one attack and I lost one attack. So I'm going to spy with a divination and spy it. So I see his land. He has 4 castles. So I'm going to have to attack him 4 times if I want to win everything. Uh, then you see what he's created, but I don't see his armies yet. But I see my armies. So I'm going to try to see if I can attack him. So, view army, so attack, Moiset for land. And I already transferred all my army. And I apparently managed to lose again. Yikes, I'm not really good at this. But that's okay. But see what I mean? This is what's important to spy. Uh, that's also why I'm not too worried. I'm a little rusty. I mean, I have gotten back to the game for now, what, 2 hours? 2 hours and a half? I mean, yeah, it's expected that this is going to happen over and over, probably. So usually when this happens, it really, eh, like rip, I lost my whole army and everything. So what can I do at that point? And that's often asked by a lot of new players. And an experienced player will just tell you, suck it up and go look for items, quest items, find stones of the gods, go find orbs to get back under the protection, go do something like that. Oh, thank you. So he gave me a few items to start. So let's go check those magic items. So force and orb of safety. This is important, guys. This puts you back under the protection of the Emperor. That means no one can attack me while I have that. So I'm going to use it right now. So I'm protected, I think. Did it use it? I'm not sure. Or do you have unlimited amounts of it? Let's go. Bag of holding. Ah, the emblem of the gods. I could have used it. But right now, I need to rebuy an army. All right. So let's go use the orb. There we go. That worked. Well, I use the orb more as an intro right now. I'm not too honestly. that I lose or win, right now I'm just trying to explore the things and show them off because we do have a few viewers that are watching and hopefully learning from the game. So I want to show them off this while I still have their attention, not have to wait 12 hours before I can show them the next part, right? So now I'm protected again. So no one can attack me until I do an attack. Uh, as you guys saw, I lost all my troops, so I could use a golden cow to get more food again, 339. Now I'm going to have to go and get new troops. Now here's a problem. Because I don't have troops, I can't support catapults. So it doesn't matter that I can support 10,000, don't have the soldiers. I don't know if I can still buy them though. I might. Hey, it did permit me now. But before you had to have the soldiers. I'm assuming now you removed it, the requirement? Or can you still do it, but if you don't have the soldiers, you lose it? Okay, you don't need the soldiers anymore. Okay, that's good. So I got 10 trebuchets. Now I can sell all my food. In this case, because I don't need my food because obviously I don't have many troops, I could sell the food for money. So right now, there's a maximum that I could sell, which is 1,287, because I'm assuming they don't have that much. So let's just sell it to show them a little bit what it did. So now I got money. I don't have as much food, but I didn't have the troops. Oh, I can sell it all. All right, so I can sell it all. It was a max that I could buy. So let's go sell the rest because I'll get food back. The next housekeeping is not for another how long from now? I'm assuming it's using east, so in an hour 15 minutes. Is that correct? Oh, so it's actually based on my time zone now. So everyone has a different housekeeping? So for me, it's 9:45 right now. So it would be in 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I have 2 hours and 15 minutes to make sure I get more troops. Thank you again for the gold and all that. So let's go and do what we would do again. Oh, by city, that isn't. Oh, I remember doing that. Locking up the cities. Oh man, this brings me back. I'm not going to talk too much about this yet, as it's a level 9 thing. Still have the intros to do, but yeah, I love buying cities. uh, good times, good times. All right, let's. My honor is probably horrible. Yeah, because can your honor still go in the negative numbers? Because I kind of remember like having a conversation of my honor being in the negative hundreds, and uh, yeah, yeah. There, honor's excellent. Now I'm good. All right, so let's get back and do a whoops, not here. Still trying to remember where everything is. Tables. That's it. Ah. Oh, I can use the magic carpet, but I don't remember the spies, the libraries, conduct surveys. Where does it tell you, when I was spying, I was going the taverns, viewing the markets? So view journal? Okay, there we go. Oh, Paris had spying fanatics, but you had the monks, ruined Templars, food arbalesters, food tribute. All right, so now in this case, I would need to go and quest item to go get army because the armies are not really. I need to spy the others. Maybe if I spy the other cities, I'll have an idea. So let's go spy the other cities. That's an important thing to do. Is markets are dynamic. So some things close sometimes, some things open. So it's important every now and then to have your spy reports and have an idea where everything is. So there we go. This one has Lancers. And nice thing would be to know when was the last time you spied something. So did I spy Bell or Nantes? Or Nantes is where I am. Yeah, to see which markets you. So, yeah, so I saw the spy report, but I meant more of when I click Watchtower and View Market to see over this list that tells me, okay, I haven't checked it in 2 days or 1 day or whatever. So I'm trying to remember now which one I didn't view, and I can't remember. I can't remember. So I can go for Lancers and Jasmine, Arbalest and Belm. All right, let's go to Belm first. So let's travel to Belm. Now, when you travel, there's a chance that you can get robbed. So, if you have a carpet, I don't know if I do, I think I do. Boo. Don't have a carpet. So let's go get robbed. There's only a chance, of course. Just only a chance. So after I made it in this case, there was no thieves or anything, so I made it to Belm. Alright? Now let's go buy an army again. So I want Arbalister. And I can only afford 400. So I got 400. And that's done. But, I have no front lines. That's all archers. That's no good. So I need to find something for the front lines. Now, I didn't find there was places with monks, so I could go get that. Or I could go and get, for example, blood guards. So, from Return Home, Quest, and Training Hall, train Zealots for the army. Yay! 100 Zealots. Ah, he doesn't like me enough. Can't do it. I need more honor. But 100 is better than a kick in the bum, so at least it gets it started. I can go after that, and there was another city that had monks. Hey, I can forge an alliance. Let's find out what this does. Boo. Okay, tell me about alliances, stuff like that. How does it work now? Because before you could only ally another player, that's it. And I see here there's more members, so how does it work with having more members of the guild and stuff like that? Yeah, it's a game that's a little bit hard for new players. Like bringing it up to 2021, there's a lot of things you would have to streamline. But like I said, there's two real feelings on this. On one side, I like the fact that this is nostalgic and it's back to what I remember, but bringing new players is going to be a little bit complicated. You really have to want to get into the game to do that. On the other hand, you could get it to 2021, but you lose a lot of its charm. But at the same time, you'd introduce so many more to the community. So Alliance is newish, so you can have up to 10 players in an alliance, and you get reinforcements for each member. You have a private channel too. So do you get reinforcement from like the full army of all your allies? Or just a percentage of their troops? Just like a horde or something? What I wanted library, view journal. So who had my spies? My monks. Bayou. Bayou had that. So let's travel to Bayou. Bayou, right here. Okay, so I want 1,050 of them. You get 5% for each member up to 50%. So what do you mean by 5% of each member up to 50%? Do you mean like I get an additional 5% troops compared to what I have, or I get 5% of their troops? Oh, I could have traveled directly. Okay. So I could have clicked direct on by you to jump travel. All right, so I got troops again. Uh, let's see what I can do now again. So looking back at my logs, so where are my battle logs again? I'm gonna have to remember battle logs. Oh, monks don't require food. Oh, nice. So I need like 500 food. That's nothing. Few reports. That's it. So Moiset's army. I don't remember what I faced. Okay. So if you have 1,000 troops and your alliance has 10 members, you would get a bonus of 500. Okay, that makes sense. Separate army for each battle. Okay. So we're gonna try again those attacks, guys. So a few things right now. First off, Royal Vault. Let's go use. We're gonna use the letter of the mark this time. So use the item. So I might need that potion of endurance very shortly, but I don't remember how many attacks I had. I used more than two, so I'm going to use the item to refresh my attacks. Alright, so letter of mark, banner of the warlord, I'm going to kill that. The scroll dispel, I'm going to sell. I'm going to keep that. Alright. So, oh, wait. What was I looking at? That's what badges. It tells you your badges. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. So, okay, so go to Academy. View reports. That's what I was looking for. All right. So he had that he lost basically nothing. So I don't even think I could do it. I might be able to do it with the item that I used, the mortal thing. So let's attack it. Let's try it. Oh, I need to transfer my army again first. Move troops. Let's move all to campaign army. So let's hope for the best, all right? Let's hope for the best. There we go. So, raid. Oh, and he gets his army refreshed too, so I'm probably gonna. Yeah. Alright, let's lose this fight again. Hey, did I win? I won! I thought I was gonna lose. Awesome. So he lost his whole army. I lost part of my army, but not the whole thing. Not, I didn't lose the whole thing. That's pretty good, though. I did pretty good. It's because my blood guards, honestly, probably. They did a big difference. So, events. So it took me 4 days of fighting, but I got him. My troops misfired? Oh, come on, guys. Oh, his troops misfired too. That's good. So when I attacked, so initiate attacked the tracker. Small immortal horde helped me. He had a small mercenary army help him, but he lost. So I'm hoping that I can attack him again right now without him rebuying troops. I don't know. Nope. He rebought troops. He bought a lot of troops. But he lost everything, but I lost my army again. My whole armies are gone. So, all right. So I won the first one, but I didn't have enough to win a second one because I no longer had that horde. So that horde does a big difference. Big difference. Big difference. Oh, they killed most of my army on day one? Yikes. Yeah, yeah, the Immortal Horde really changed things. I'm going to take a 5 minute break. I'm going to go for a short 5 minute break, but I'd like to at least be able to show people killing one NPC, so at least. So, can you help me out with resetting my attacks, giving me an army and stuff to be able to beat that, at least that AI, so I can show people what it looks like to kill off that one enemy? I'm not looking for an advantage. If you want to delete everything at the end of the stream, I'm okay with that too. If you leave it, I'll still keep playing, but if you want to remove it, it doesn't bother me. So, all right, I'm putting a 5 minute break, guys. In 5 minutes, we're going to be back, and hopefully the character is a little bit boosted, and we can give you guys an example of some of the attacks. Maybe we can show you a little bit what other stuff like alliances, creating alliance, stuff like that shows. Who knows? We have the chance right now to show off a few things. Let's take advantage of it. All right, folks. See you guys in 5 minutes. All right, folks, I am back. So, just something to think about. Like I said, this has been a long time that I've been involved with this, decades. It's kind of funny to see that even now, 30 years later, I'm still doing the same thing I was doing back then. Currying for your favors, Nemesis. Yeah, currying for your favors. In this case, I'm doing it just to show it off a little bit. So we can see right here what happened. So he gave us a few items, gave us a few troops, some gold, some food, and some troops. So now we're going to move the troops. We're going to make sure that they're all in the campaign army. So there's going to be 500 Crusaders, 1,000 monks, 290 Templars, 300 Zealots, 10 Trebuchets, and 400 Arbalists. Now, I would like to point out, I don't know if anyone remembered, but there was a formation for your troops. So your formations, this is more advanced stuff, by the way. It shows you the order where your troops are fighting in the front lines, back lines, stuff like that. So I'm going to change things around. I would like to move things. How am I going to move them around? All right. So select a group. All right. So like, is it drag and drop or? Oh, select like this. Okay, so the left and the right side. So, okay. Whoops. Nope, not what I wanted. So how do I move the arrow to the, oh, there. Okay, so I want the, no, I want them to be on line 4. So I want the trebuchets to be last. I can't leave a group empty, or? Okay, group 4. Oh, there we go. So I can't leave a group empty. So this is, these are ranged. These guys are ranged too, I believe. Okay, so I want my, but these, I need to move some of the stuff, so I want most of my fighters here. I want these guys to be on the front line. I want this here. So this is defensive formation. Okay, so say the formation. Now I can click on this one, and now this is my defense or my campaign army. So this is my campaign army. So let's move everything here. And then after that, we'll have the archers. Which ones are the archers? I forget. Oops. No. Arbalist. There we go. So these guys and these guys. All right. So let's say the formation there. Surrender is at 100%. Wait. Yeah. That's what. So 100% of my troops dead, I think, I believe. Or is it the other way around? I don't remember. So I have my, I won 2 battles, lost 4. The number of troops I killed, number of troops I lost. Hey, yeah. I lost one. 8 survived. That's awesome. All right. So now I should be able to defeat that guy. So did I move everything to, I think I did. Yeah, I did. All right, so we're going to attack again that NPC. So Moiset, let's attack him. So I won, and I believe this might have taken his last castle. I'm not 100% sure. I believe so, though. So he had a mercenary horde of about 400 that'll help. All right. So let's go use an emblem to get less losses. Okay. Okay. Yay. Can you now get like an immortal horde and an animal horde? Can I get both hordes at the same time? Let's try it out. That'll be cool. All right. Oh, up to 4 armies. Is that including allies? Neat. All right, so let's attack him again. A reprieve is ordered for Moiset, who has already been defeated 2 times. All right, that's not going to work. Can you reset him, please? Just so we can show this off. Thank you. Usually, guys, this doesn't happen. Like, I'm trying to show you guys a lot of things. Usually, this might take you guys a week to go through. It might take you a few hours. It might take you a few days. It could take, you could be lucky and take a few hours, a few minutes. But for this, I'm getting help that doesn't normally happen. So I want you guys to take that into consideration. But I want to show off a little bit of the stuff that happens here. So we're going to attack. Once it's reset, what happened to my... I thought I used the animals and the Titan. Apparently now I'm getting only the Titans. What happened? Did that fail? Oh, it didn't work. Okay. I probably missed the message. Okay. Okay. Still lost more troops than I killed. Rip. Rip. But... Oh, artifacts, heroes, and badge. You can't reset attacks lost. It's fine. It's fine. Hey, I just helped you again find a new feature you needed to add. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm already adding more work for you. Let's find another one that I could give an example of taking the last castle of. So I want to take the last castle off someone. All right. Do you want me to give you a minute or two to find an NPC to create? So with one castle that we can take out, just so we can show people how it shows the kill message, how you get the stuff and all that. I'll let you do that while I keep exploring and trying to remember things. Oh, you already got one? Wow, that was quick. I'd like to also show off a little bit artifact and hero. But if you want to keep the names hidden, I can hide the stream. So I can take that hero and then re-show the stream so people don't see the name of the location or whatever. Though for hero, I guess it would be a bad example because they would see the name of the hero and that's not necessarily correct. So how about I show the proper way of getting the information actually? So the proper way of getting any of that information is to go through a mystic, okay, and tell me a secret. And the mystic tells you like a legend. So, for example, in this case, the mystic leans over and recants a tale of ages bygone to you. Throughout the 73rd age, Gallic Archbishop Elric lost countless troops, yielding to plenty of opponents. Even with his warlike ignorance, he overpowered the age. So this is usually a bird's eye view of the whole age of something that might have happened. And it falls into the legend. And yes, this is an actual player. This is an actual player that went through that and did this. Let's go look a little bit more because I want to show you guys either a hint or something like that. So legends are now auto-generated now too. Oh, that's pretty cool. So leans over and Gonwin was a lady of grace and schemes. Her friendship with Blue Star was known to all. Don't remember Gonwin, but I remember Blue Star. And that was season 1 through 3? Or 1 through 4 that it was playing, I believe. All right, so Rommel became Saxon king and ruled until the end of the Second Age. With the power of the Bow of the Might, he was a merchant lord of Ashton. 8th Age, the cleric Lancelot. I remember Lancelot, he was awesome. Allied with the barbarians to rid the realm of the vampire Garrosh, but he broke his vow and conspired to end the barbarian reign. See what I meant about the drama, guys? He was slaughtered for his betrayal. There was a lot of drama like this that happened. There was a lot of changing of the things, and you could have a player that would go a certain way and then think they get an advantage. They backstab their alliance. And yeah, I was known for this. I was your ally as long as it was profitable. As long as it was more profitable, it didn't become more profitable for me to eat you. If it became a point that you were a better target than everyone else, that's when you were no longer my ally but my target. Folks, that's not good. Loyalty is very important. That's one of the ways that I learned loyalty important. See what I mean about this game is full of life lessons? 16th Age was one of pain and frustrations. Alliance formed and fell, and none could gain an advantage. Emperor Romulus ended the suffering after 83 years, declaring Slayer the victor. I remember when this came out, the 16th Age, and he was declared the winner. A lot of us veterans at that point were looking, it's like, why is a newbie getting this? Why is a newbie getting... Now, I'd like to remember, we were thinking that it was a newbie. This was 20-something years ago. This is no longer a newbie in no way, shape, or form. This is a legend in the game. But, everyone started at one point. In the 6th Age, Norman wizard Pierre slew Romulus in battle. The gods frowned upon this and restored Romulus and took Pierre from the face of the earth. I like how you worded it there, because I remember what really happened. I remember what really happened, and I'm gonna let you describe it because come on. Okay, tell us about what really happened behind the scenes there, because it's not as it seems. There's a story there. There's a story there. It was So for you guys that don't know, the Emperors are a static character that affects the allegiance. Norman, there's a Saxon, and there's a Gaelic one. These are hard-coded ones that start a certain way. They're supposed to be the way you log into the game for those the creators and or the admins, senior admins, to get into the game, to be able to view what's happening, see what's happening, check the logs, verify all those things, and possibly affect the game if needed. Now, what actually happened there, as you can see here, so the Wizard Pierre slew Romulus in battle. Now, the Wizard Pierre was a player at the time. This was a player. Now, Emperors, one thing that you'll find out is they can give themselves, they're not a player count. They're a monitoring account, it's while it still has a physical presence. Like they have land, they have castle, they have troops, they have food, they still get HQs and all of that. But what happened here? So James said it best. Romulus was a placeholder. The emperors were placeholders. They were not supposed to be players that you could go get land off because they had immense amounts of stats. They were like right now, I have 1,587 land. They might have 200,000 land, 200,000 of this, 200,000 of that, millions of gold, and all of that. Now, what happened there? So Pierre went and killed Romulus. He used spells to destroy his castles. So it took a lot of behemoths sending demonic creatures to destroy the army of the enemy, to destroy his castles, and destroyed all the castles until his last one. He rampaged. Yeah, I believe rampage was a spell that he used. Destroyed all the armies. There's no way anyone could have dealt with those armies, by the way, at the time. We didn't think anyone could. But the rampage spell creates a percentage of the troops of the enemy. So eventually you're going to wheedle them down. If you have 1,000 troops and the enemy has 50,000, just send a lot of rampage spells on them and behemoths on them. Rampage will destroy the castles, I believe, and behemoth the troops. Or I might have it reversed. But eventually you could destroy all the castles without doing an attack on them. Well, it counts as an attack, but without actually physically attacking them. Destroy all his troops through the behemoths, and then just do an attack and get everything if he's down to one castle. Because the last castle gets you everything. Everything. So we'll get back to the Mystic in a second. I'm going to show you guys an attack so you guys see what I meant. All right. So I'm going to do a new spy to show you guys. First off, where's the spy? So let's go spy. Moiset again. So I want to show you guys. I know what it is. So it's a Glutenel is the target. So Glunel, sorry. So let's spy. He's not on Normandy. He's on Ireland. So we're going to sail to Ireland if I have a boat. Okay, he's going to fix one on this continent for us so that we can spy. I don't even have a spy yet, so I'm going to go back. Anyways, back to that. When he killed that placeholder, he killed Romulus, right? It broke the game. It broke the game. We couldn't believe it. The mood was wild. Everyone was going crazy. Some were laughing. Some were very, 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 very angry. So not only did he have to restore his character, he had to go and fix the game that he broke. There was so much work. So much work. And wars against the gods like that was something that happened a lot. And there was consequences to it. Because if it's an active one, he's going to notice that you're behemothing or rampaging or stuff. And he can give himself his army back, and he'll be pissed, and he's going to attack you. Because there's an unofficial rule, and probably because of us attacking constantly, that Romulus had to make it, that they couldn't pick on a player unless that player was picking on them. I'm wondering if it's still the case. Is that rule still applicable? Probably not, since there's no longer player titans and demigods anymore. That's probably why. Because we would make them, when we're a certain size, we're looking for targets. Demigod or a titan that doesn't log in very often is a very interesting target. Was not intended to be that way, by the way, folks. It was us literally using and abusing the rules. All right, so we're going to go and attack a new target. We're going to go spy a new target. All right, so let's return home. Go to the guild. Go to spy. So spy Soris. All right, so we're going to send divination. So you guys can see he has 1,000 land. 160, I don't know what that is. Movement, sorry. 1,093 food, 1,054 monies, some peasants, one castle, 3 magic items. And you can see where he was created. So January 18th, so he was created today. He has no vassals, no experience, no nothing. All right? So we're going to attack him. So we're going to attack Soris for land. And now we won. And you see, guys, how much land I got from that? But I only got one castle out of it. So I'm going to have to build more land. Now I'm going to show you guys after that the message and all that. But now each castle takes 300, I believe. So that's 1,800. So I'd still be able to support more castles. So more castles, more troops. More troops, more attacks I can do, better I can do. So now you can see what I did. I lost probably about 50% of my army here. A good, well, 30 to 50%. Reinforcements, Visigoth Legion, small mercenary legion, and I got an immortal army. The immortal armies tend to be a lot more powerful. I don't know if the troops were heavily balanced. Yeah, they look like they have. Before, the immortal armies were insanely powerful. Oh, you got a small Visigoth and you got a small mercenary, and I still beat him, which is good. That is probably why, in the end, like my horde was about the size of his horde. It's probably why I faced something. Now let's go check out the events, all right? So for the events, let's go back to the top. Okay, so darkness engulfs the holy preacher, spectre burst of light, immortal army enters battle. Okay, so the armies of Gaelic initiate Preacher Varric and the holy preacher, Visigoth Grunt, Soris at the Ezra Bridge are preparing for battle. So a small horde helped me. He got a Visigoth horde and a small mercenary horde. His army has been ordered to fight to the death. So this was his last castle. If you see army is ordered to fight to the death, that's their last castle. Okay? So day 1 of casualties, I lost 6%. He lost 53%. Day 2, I lost 31%. He's now at 100%. His horde fled the battle. His second horde fled the battle. And then after 2 days of fighting, I won. So his last last outpost on Normandy was captured. So I give my kill message, which is the repent. And he was executed by my orders. The battle's ended. Now, you guys can see after this that getting someone's last castle is very profitable. Because if you can look at this, 2,587 land. So I'm going to be able to support more castles. Not what I wanted. So I can support, it's 300 per. So I can support a few more. There we go. So 8 castles should be enough. Hopefully. 8 castles. So I can get up to 3,200 troops. So now if we go look at these more troops, I can leave them in Conquest army right now, or I can move them back. It's a good habit to get to, unless you're doing another attack, move them back immediately to defend yourself. So we have them right here. They're all nice. They're all safe right there. Now, perfect. Thanks for the moves. All right, so I can use an item. Where's the item? Magical item. I want to use the Orb of Safety. So I'm back under the safety of the Emperor. I'm going to give myself another boat, because I like boats. All right. Now I wanted to go find in the Mystics a hint. So there's a lot of legends. I don't want to go through all of them, but I wanted to show something. Now we see it. So the Shield of the Defender is the artifact near the city of Pontorson. So I'd have to travel to Pontorson, and if I go look there, it's going to tell me more about a chance of getting more details. But I'm going to continue here. There we go. No. Oh, and it adds these to the journal too. Excellent. Oh no! I missed that. I went too fast. Um, there we go. So we got a name of the dragon. Uh, that basically makes you a sorcerer, I believe. Yeah, cast spells as a mage. So you have to be level 3, but this is an awesome hero to have because I could be a cleric like I am now, still have all my cleric spells, and the dragon helps me in combat and cast spells. That's pretty cool. All right, well, uh, finding the artifact. What level is finding the artifact? It's finding the artifact. I showed you guys how you had to find level 3. Um, do you mind putting me to level 3 temporarily so I can just show people how to get the hero, and then if you want me, I can dismiss the hero after that. Doesn't bother me. I'm easygoing. I'm not looking at this as, oh, this is my character and has to. I don't mind if we're just doing this for real or not. All right, perfect. So I am now a champion. So I'm going to go and find a hero. So, hero. Find a hero. Where do I find it? Oh, I have to do it through the journal. Okay, that makes sense. So you have to actually find out. So the fact that you guys can see it online doesn't matter. You guys have to find it through your journal. Is that it? All right. Hero name can be found. All right. Is it the same for the artifacts? Is there a description of the dragon somewhere that I can learn what he does? So in the vault now? Okay. 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 So this ancient monster has a seemingly insatiable appetite for destruction and the smell of burning corpse. He casts offensive spells during attacks. He grants the ability to cast spells as mage half level. So if I'm level 3, I believe I'll be able to do only level 1s. It rounds down, I believe. Or it might round up. I think it rounds down, though. Might round up. I don't know. Does it? But it claims gold from each battle won. Crescent refused to speak with you and is here only for the gold. He doesn't like me. Sniffle. Now, if we go back to the tab here, I have hero spells. I can change someone else's gender. This one might not have aged very well in 2021. Control weather. By the way, guys, there's 2 genders, male and female. I don't care if you unfollow me. Just saying. It is what it is. Control weather. Changes the weather. Creating food. So I can create food for myself, and I believe I could create food for someone else. Fireball, destroy someone else's army. And True Sight, reveal another kingdom's and armies. Across continent. Okay, so this one, create food, is only for myself. Now, I believe every time I use it, I have a chance of losing him. At least it was back then. Is it still the same? Oh, it takes spell components. Or in this case, Oh, I don't have the right thing. So to get the components, I believe I remember seeing that somewhere. No, it was under quests, a raid, I believe. Raid, quest. Okay, yeah, if you can give me a pouch, that would be even better. That would help. I can show people the way to do it. Usually would be to go through here. So you specify what you need, for example, in quests like that, and you find it, right? Which is all nice and dandy. But there's also magic item, which is a royal in the royal vault. The pouch of magical components grants you one of each component. So I used it, and inside I discovered one of each component. Is there a place that shows you where your components are listed that you actually have currently? So back in class. Oh yeah, the top right there. Look at that. What's this one? The one that's at 0. It's a hidden thing? Alright. I don't. Oh, okay. So you created another thing to create season and AR? Ah, interesting. Is there still a secret city that you have to find like one letter at a time and then can travel to it once you find it and you can buy movement points and peasants and stuff like that? Awesome. Awesome. All right. So you can see some future spells that he's going to be able to have. So forget giant to some of the giant attack, polymorph, move, famine, shadow warriors, teleport, enchant, flame strike, sleep, vanish. There's a lot of things that eventually you'll be able to do. All right. Now, from there, heroes is not the end all be all, by the way, guys. Heroes, you can have a hero and an artifact, a combo. And I don't know if you have the combos listed anywhere, but before we used to share this commonly between players of what the combos were that would give an advantage, like the bow and the ranger, for example. So do you have that listed anywhere where the combos? So they're on the website, but not in the game. All right. Uh, does the dragon have a combo item? I don't believe so. But now let's go use a spell. Hero, create food. There we go. Cast spell. So see, by controlling nature itself, you have woven a web of magic, cast, create food. You create 431 food. Very nice. And I still have one more ingredient that I'd be able to use. Uh, Remind me if I'm wrong, but components you would be able to get to 10? Don't remember how many total you could get maximum. Yeah, 10 max. All right. So that's our hero. And oh, notice the cost. He cost 100,000 copper or coins every season. So you have to be careful. You have to have enough money. And if you don't have money, he goes bye bye. So if you view the upkeep, I have my hero here. Uh, Losses in gold, my armies, all of that. So I spend 158 a turn, but I make only 72,000. So I'm actually going to lose money next turn unless I change my tax rate. So my tax rate is at 9 right now. Now, if I double them, my peasants are going to be less happy. I'm going to gain less peasants. I'm going to get less stuff, but I'll have more gold. I could even put it higher. Now, I've already changed this, so I don't think I can change it now. I don't need to either right now. I still have the money for it, so I'm good. All right. So, what did I want to change? Nothing. All right, let's talk about another important setting right here that's rarely used, but you really want to have this. I remember the vacation was was towards the end of the time that I was active that you actually made a mechanic command of vacation, because too many times uh, Titans got asked, listen, I need to go on a vacation for a week. I need to go on a vacation for a week. Can you put my character under protection, keep it under protection over and over and over so he's protected? And, well, there was drama there because people said, oh, no, that's cheating. Other people said, no, that's cool. Anyways, it ended up with just making a command so people can take a break. So, if I remember correctly, back then, vacations would take effect at the at midnight, I believe. I don't believe it was immediate. I think it was like later in the day, and it was for a minimum of 3 days, maximum of seven. That seems right. Uh, I do remember. Oh, so now it's next season, not the end of the day. So okay, so you whatever your time. In my case, it would be in an hour and 18 minutes from now. But the 3 days minimum, 7 days maximum. Uh, there was experiments with longer, less than that, stuff like that. I feel that this is reasonable. You take a week off. Done. All right. So we have that. Now, retaliation. No one can retaliate. View statistics. So now I'm catching up. Look, I'm catching up on troops killed. I'm catching up. Still 50-50, so I'm not the greatest. But, it'll do. It'll do. So let's go. I can support 3,200 food. So I wanted to show off some of the clerical power. So Acolyte, class, Crusaders, favor, proves honor bonus when using grace. Healer, I'm level 3. Judgment. Prophet, master, goods plus all troops. Ah, now I see it. Alright. So skill, I have divination still. I have the grace that grants a large honor bonus to another player. Bless can grants troop bonus for you or another player until your next season. So for example, I could bless someone else. If I have no name, I think it blesses myself. I'm assuming. Let's bless Romeo. He's not on Normandy. Okay. Let's bless the Emperor. There you go. I bless the Emperor. So you pray to the Lord to grant Romulus' army favor. The clouds part on Normandy and his armor is covered in heavenly light. And I blessed myself. Now, a lot of players would do stuff like this because it gave a public message usually. Oh. Oh. Kingdom of Vampire Crypt? Oh, okay, so he's not an actual vampire. Alright. See his stats. On in England, so he's in. Excellent. All right. So port, that's to sell. See your ships. There you go. I renamed my ship. Oh, Bless isn't a public one. Is there one that's public? Like a Bless? What was it? Hey, Romeo. Hey, Romeo. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Welcome to the stream. Not at my level. Yeah, fair enough. Let's go through the spells. I'll explain one that does. Oh, Sanctuary was a good one. Sanctuary putting someone back under the protection. So, for example, if someone was unprotected, I could cast Sanctuary on him and put him back under the protection. Now, you have to remember the protection. If you're higher than a certain level, you lose the protection at the end of the season. If you're under level 3, I believe you keep your protection. Yeah, so level 4 and above lose the protection at the end of the season. So after 6 hours or so. Let's see. There's one that does something public. Blue rays of power shoot from your fingertips towards the sky. Slowly, the weather begins to change. So, Gallic Acolyte, Preacher Varric wrests control of the weather from nature itself. Quickly, the clouds part, leading the way for a spectacular display of blinding lights. Millions of brilliant rays of sunshine onto Normandy, instantly warming the realm. Ain't that awesome? Ain't that awesome? I love doing stuff like that. I love doing stuff like that. It's really cool. Now, where do I check the weather? Watchtower. All right. View weather. All right. So every weather actually affects your troops. All right. They affect your guys. Troop effect moderate. So temperature is 56 Fahrenheit. Production. So I'm getting minus 5% food every season. No one can go jousting. And yes, we can damage other ships. So they lose 2 attacks. A lot of my troops lose a lot of attacks. My range guys, it looks like. Yeah, my range guys. But this affects the enemy as well, guys. So if I'm facing, for example, a ranger, and a ranger is going to have a lot of ranged troop. No one's going to be archer. No one's going to be surprised with that. No one. Well, I might want it to be autumn so they're not as horrible to deal with. Because rangers can be really horrible to deal with. Literally. They do a lot of attacks. Alright. So I can get more monks. So, let's go get more. There we go. Now I got 3,200. I'm blessed. Romeo went barb. Barbarian, for those that don't get it. What was it that I wanted? I wanted to attack again that NPC that I kept attacking back. See what it does now. Bag of holding, Lettermar, let's go banner the warlord, potion for disease, visibility. Yeah, Romeo goes barb. Barbarian for the horde. Want Magyar. Visigoth or go home. Alright, so where were the bounty guys? I think these were the guys. So this was the guy that I was dealing with. So I can True Sight or I can Divination. Yeah, those are the active. That's what I wanted to show, dealing with the active. So he has 2,000 land, 5 boats. 5 boats. Yikes. I have 1 little dinghy, nothing too impressive. 6 castle. 369 food. Doesn't have a lot of items. Okay, so click on the button at the left to check armies in the fleet. All right, excellent. 4 wins and 4 fights. Yeah, I gave him most of them. So you can see his troops. They're all in campaign. He has about 2,000 troops. So 1,876. He's going to get a mage and a cleric? Or is that me? Is that him? I'm not sure. I think this might be him. This might be me, though. I get my cleric and mage army, I guess. I don't know. I'm confused. Okay, those are his reinforcements. My reinforcements. Raid view army. Nothing in campaign. Let's transfer move troops. Alt campaign. There we go. Oh, I can form an alliance now. I wanted to show that off. All right, excellent. Here. No? Where was it under? There it is. Forge alliance. You have forged children of God. There we go. So we see our members, our victories, when we were made, the leader, forged, the alliance type, description, members, settings, events, members, nice. Change setting, reinforcement types. Oh, excellent. Let's change the crest. I hope you have a cross in there. You have a cleric and no cross. Good man. Good man. Ooh, I like the lion though. Ah. The Orthodox cross. Alright, let's go with the Orthodox cross. There. Alright. There we go. So, we have 2 alliances now. Oh, how do I change that? Member settings. I change settings. Don't want it private. There. Anyone should be able to join now, hopefully. All right, excellent. Now, is it going to give me a message when someone joins or anything like that? How does that work? Oh, thank you. I don't know if I got a message or not. We'll find out. Yeah, it does. So join the alliance. Nice. That is pretty cool. Oh, I like how it's public, that it showed the alliance and all that. That's really cool. That's a really, really cool. We have a private chat. No, that's Kingdom Log. Oh yeah, through Alliance. Nice. And of course, you had to start as any good coder with a hello world, or in this case, just a hello. But still. All right. So we have magical items. Let's use an amulet and see. So there. Ah, out of movement points. Thank you, sir. Once again, guys, I'd like to point out that usually this is not what happens. Usually you'd have to wait. You'd have to wait. Get some every few minutes. All right. This was done. What was I looking for? So with the alliance, you see the members, and you see who's joined. Excellent. And you see the ranks and what they are. So a Norman Paladin and Acolyte ranks. I'm able to click on him. Oh, I can send goods, send message directly, remove player, make leader. Oh, I like how you added to add that. So I can send you food. So for example, I could send 500 food. So there's advantages to having an ally, of being in an alliance, and you can have your high levels helping out other members. And often in the game, that's how it would go, even unofficially. Before we had an alliance, we didn't have an alliance system back in my day. We would unofficially do this of just keeping a list of who's able to do what mages are able to do what we can do. Okay, you're a ranger, you can buff my food. Oh, you're a mage, you're a cleric, you can bless my troops. Or you're this, you can do this. And we would help each other this way. And of course, it was the begging the gods for stuff, but shouldn't be doing that. And luckily, that got removed, that they're no longer players, right? You're no longer players. Let's see, got a gift, more gold. So this is a fantastic way of sharing whatever. I can give I can give troops. I did not realize that I could give troops. Can you give troops past their limit? Like I'm at 3,200. So would you be able, no, not past the limit. But still the fact that you can grant troops is pretty cool. So then my troops could only give you troops if we're the same class, is that correct? Okay. So only cleric to cleric. All right. So now we should be able to have enough armies with enough reinforcements here, so summon, cleric, and titan, that I hopefully should be able to attack the Ida's the lion. So let's try this again. Ah, he's level 1. Rip. Can you remove me back down to level 1? Sorry. I'm laughing because me asking for stuff is normal, and now while it's not asking for stuff now because I want to profit and I'm expecting to hold it, to keep it. I'm not. back then I was actually asking for these things because it was the end all be all for me. It was my life. It was so important. It's like if you're at a restaurant and you want for ketchup on your fries, you'd ask for ketchup, right? Because you intend to eat it. Well, that's how important it was for me. It, I, yeah, me asking you for the stuff is so adorable. Oh, I'm sorry, James. I love you, man. I love you, man. You rock. All right. So now we're gonna attack. So you see, now I attacked with all these troops. I still managed to lose half my armies. Okay, that was with 3 hordes. Three, three. So I got some from my ally, some an immortal horde, some a small bear horde, and he got a few from the humble guild. All right. So now we should be in retaliation. So now he can retaliate. Now I'm not sure how quick it goes before they retaliate. Is it automatically they retaliate? So like, is it urgent that I transfer everything to defense? Every 5 minutes or so. So he might do it very shortly. Now, if I spy him again, oh, he's not on Normandy. Did I kill him off the continent? Oh, he sailed away. So he's going to come back for me. How long does this retaliation? How long does a retaliation last? Are we talking? It never expires. So he's going to wait till a moment of weakness, isn't he? Or is he randomly going to attack? Like, could he technically try and attack that I'm going to win overwhelmingly? He's going to wait until it can win. Now, does it spy me at a set amount of time, or does it always know when I'm weak? It always knows. Rip! Rip! So you gotta be careful. If you pick a fight with them, be sure that you're willing to deal with it. And he got promoted from this? How did that work? Had misfires, and he did too. That's why. So it abides by the rules. It needs moves. It attacks. It travels to markets. Goes to academy. Does all those things. That's pretty cool. Oh, okay. Neat. I like this. This is really neat. Now, these troops from your guild, does it actually deplete your allies' actual troops, or no? It's just a mechanic that gives you an advantage. Okay, they're free troops. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That really makes sense. All right, so I want to use Grace on Ah, my ally, for example. I didn't show anything. But I was able to affect his honor. And honor, once again, it's used for a lot of things. So your honor, in this case, I'm excellent. It affects what you need to level up. It affects what you need to depromote. So you could lose your promotion if you have bad honor. It affects your troops at the end of the season. Well, the food that you get, events that you get. Honor is also used to get blood guards. So those strong troops, you need a lot of it. Now, I'm assuming there might be something else I'm missing. Oh, jousting. Doesn't it affect jousting? Like I remember back in the day, what we used to do is we would have one fighter that was the jouster, and we get all everyone else to be a cleric, and every HQ, all we would do is pray for that jouster over and over and over and over and over. So everyone would be doing this, and then the jouster would go and joust. Well, back then you could joust titans. So the idea was we would do this early in the age when there's no players and no one really has stats. And that's how we would inflate the stats into the economy, by the way. Is we would everyone would boost the jouster. The jouster would go and joust an emperor or titan, win, get a portion of their land, which is usually an insane amount, more than a player could ever have. And then after that, the players, the lower players, would go and attack the fighter to get some of his. He would transfer all his troops to Conquest, so he had nothing in defense. Would get to do a free attack, get free stats, and he's passing along that stats at a low level. And then the next HQ would arrive, and I'll bless them. And of course, the big joke is we had to keep this secret from James because if we found out, we knew he would stop it. I think we lasted about 2 or 3 seasons before you figured it out that we were doing this, right? Does that sound right? 2 or 3 seasons about that we got away before we got caught? We found a lot of ways to break the game, folks. Lots of ways. We kept him on his toes. We definitely kept him on his toes. uh, And there's still tons of ways to play the game. Like this is one way we could have done it in an alliance. Other ways that you could have. Oh, look, you want a power economy? Uh, one person that has a lot of food, then a bunch of rangers, all boosting that player's food over and over and over. The more food you get, the more percentage you get a percentage. So you get more and more. So it's exponentially, it grows and grows and grows and grows and grows. Once you arrive to a certain level, yeah, you lose a bunch every season, but you don't care because you have so much of it. And you could sell it off and empty all the cities of the money. So no one could make money by selling food. So you just locked out a lot of players. And then you go and buy off all the troops. You disband them, buy them, disband them, buy them, disband them, just so no one else could buy troops. And we did do actively do that of basically locking out all the cities, getting the doors a lot if we had barbs. If we didn't have barbs, then we would just buy out all the cities so they had no money left, they had no troops left, they had nothing left. And that's another strategy that we did. And we did that a lot. That's also why the markets had to change so much because we kept doing stuff like that and no one got to do anything. So there had to be some randomness of the markets opening, the markets refreshing, and stuff like that because, well, we were really good at breaking things. That was changed pretty early. I think that was season 3. It's not very far in the game that it got changed. Anyways, James, thank you very much for participating in the live stream. Thank you for answering all my questions, reminding us of things. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to do this again. So because you edited my character, so it's not a hacked character or anything, if you want to delete it, you can delete it. I'm not going to be against that. If not, or remove all the stuff, I don't care. I can restart from a new or continue from here. It's all good for me. I just want to play a little bit around with the game, check out a few things, and yeah, let's be honest. I picked a fight with the NPCs, so the NPC might take me out. Because I'd like to remind you guys, I use my orb. I don't have another orb. So I'd have to go find an orb. I might be able to buy an orb. Oh, I have an orb? Alright, excellent. There's Magic Shop too, you can buy some items too. Alright, so magic items. I do have an orb. And I'm back under safety. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you, James, and God bless your wife as well. Have a fantastic night. I wish a fantastic night to both of you guys, and I'm looking forward to speaking to you again. On that note, though, I'm going to also take another 5 minute intermission break, so this works out pretty fantastic. So have a good evening, James, and to the rest of the viewers, I'll be back in 5 short minutes. See you guys soon. I'm back. All right. So let's go explore a few other things. So right now I have 2,900 land. So that should be about 9 castles, which I can support, which I have 9. So I can have up to 3,600 troops. So I could go buy more troops. There we go. There we go. Not what I wanted. This is what I want. Marketplace. So how many can I support? Another 1,800. So 1,745. But monks are not very good. So let's go find something else than monks. Well, let's buy 500 monks. Oh, we can go, my honor is good, I think. Yeah. So I can go quests, blood guards. Not what I wanted. Bandit camp's already finished. Training hall. Okay. No. Oh yeah, view market. So I need to go check my logs, I believe. So view journal. Cities. Son Bellum. Travel to Bellum. Know what I wanted? Stables. That's it. Keep forgetting. Where's Bellum? Oh, he only has 62. Rip. Rip. I guess I'm gonna have to do it the other way around, which... What is my honor? Lots of praying. More praying. There we go. So food I'm going to be plenty good on. Oh, there we go. But now I have money. I have that. I should be good. I have the land. Okay, view alliance. Tells me the alliance member. I like this. He casts fireball upon me. That's funny. So I did lose Crusader, Monk, Zula, Tribe, Herbalist. Okay. Okay. Oh, train the higher level. I like that. I like that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. The weather changes all the time, by the way, guys. Oh, he's retaliated against me by casting that fireball. I guess that's okay. I can deal with a fireball. Hey, troops killed now is higher. Yay! There you see his troops killed, troops lost, age survived 14. Wow. All right. Well, now all there is to do is to wait. And when I mean wait, I mean wait for a new season. Every few minutes, some moves are added, but this is a game that plays over a long period of time. We're talking real life weeks, if not months. So it could take a very long time. Very, very long time. So I'll keep an eye on this. I'll keep an eye on this. So, everyone, I would like to end the stream here. I wish that everyone tries out the game. It's available at conquestgamesite.com. So let me put that up. So I'm on Conquest Game site right now. conquestgamesite.com, right? So ConquestGamesite.com. Here you have the home, the downloads, the manual, and as well as more, the about, so the development blog, the change log, the history, the future, the world events. So you can see these. You can see the about us, the contact us, privacy policy, development blog. You can see everything that gets done. Downloads, you have Google Play, you have the App Store, you have Windows PC, and you have the Mac OS. Manual, pretty in depth. Shows everything. Highly advise this game, guys. It's free to play. 100%. The pure definition of free to play. There is never any items to buy. Never, 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 never anything. Not a penny needs to be spent. Anyone can download it. You can download it, play it for free for life. Yes, it's an online game, but free for life. There's no cosmetic items to buy. There's nothing to buy. You don't have to spend a penny. There's no ads. There's no nothing. It's not a game that was made for money. It's a passion project. It's a 30-year-old passion project. So it's been a long time developing, going on, getting feedbacks from players, decades literally of warm memories. Fantastic game. ConquestGamesite.com. Everyone, try it out. And to everyone, God bless you all. I wish you all a fantastic start of the week next week. God bless.